Gents, what is going on? I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but I had a bunch of things that I had to do right before, and I can't be coming on here looking bad, okay? Um, if you've been watching this channel recently, you've seen the videos that I put out about you know, dating, interracial dating, stuff like that, right? Um, you all have heard. So I wanted to start off with this clip because it's just to kind of start us off, kind of lighten the mood up a little bit, but it kind of goes in line with the kind of clips that we've been looking at lately on the channel. Okay. So I thought this would be amusing. I would have put it in the last video I made, but it didn't make the cut. Right. So not because it didn't, I just didn't know I had it. So now that I know I got it, I'm going to play it for y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear this, please.
Is she someone that your type? เขาเป็นสเปคไหมคะ
No.
Yeah. Okay. Go to next girl right here. Hi, what's your name? How old are you?
My name is Go. I'm 22 years old.
Go are 22 years old. Why you pop the balloon?
He's not my type.
He not your type. Why he not your type?
Tell me, I don't like Thai man.
You don't like Thai man. But you a Thai girl though. Damn, you don't respect your country. Okay, you don't man. Okay, I understand. What did I just say? Okay, thank you. Did she someone of your type?
No.
No. Why? Why she not your type? Is she someone?
I paused it because that part didn't really matter. But I laughed so hard because she like, wait a minute. Look, her whole head was tripped out. Check this out. She like, what?
Why you pop the balloon?
He's not my type.
He not your type. Why he not your type?
Tell me, I don't like Thai man.
You don't like Thai man. But you a Thai girl though. Damn, you don't respect your country. Okay, you don't man. Okay, I understand.
Oh, shit. Oh, yo, I laughed so hard when I see that shit. I was like, yo, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. All right. Where we at? What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Shaun C. And we are back for another live stream. Great to be back with you all. Tonight's topic, why dating has become a losing game for most men. Now, listen, we've touched this topic a couple of times. Tonight, the reason why I'm bringing this back up to you all again is because there were a set of clips that I saw that I was like, this is kind of interesting. See, I read y'all comments. Y'all know I read y'all comments. I'm read y'all comments for some of y'all. And, you know, y'all talk about your dating experience. You talk about what's going on in dating out there in the world. And some of the stuff that I've read, I saw in some of the video clips that I pulled for you all tonight. And I found that was pretty interesting. I found it was interesting because one of the things I'm going to show you is against the arguments that modern women are making. Modern women, I don't know if y'all know this, but they're making two separate arguments out here online, and it's confusing as hell, which should be no surprise to you all, to you gents, that they have conflicting things. In one hand, and I've showed y'all videos on all of this, but in one hand, they're telling you they're independent and strong. We don't need no men. Why men around? Y'all, we'd be better without men. And then on the other hand, they are crying about not having anybody. They are struggling right now. They are telling you, why is it so hard to date? And then it's been getting more specific, gents. They've been literally saying, well, where are the men at? Why aren't men being men anymore and asking us out? So when I was looking at some of the clips I had, they were following a pattern. Y'all know me. When I see a pattern, I'm going to create a video about it. But I said, you know what? I don't want to make a video about this. I want to talk about it with the gents on tonight's live stream. Hence, we are here. So you could have been anywhere else, but you're here tonight. I have some excellent clips for you all to see. And you're going to want to stay to the end because a couple of those clips toward the end, um, and even in the middle, there's some interesting stuff that I have. Also, I have a few dating profiles. I couldn't find the guy that we normally listen to, but I do have a couple of bios that I just want to read through with you all. And my God, it's a mess. Okay. I thought this would have been easier to find more bios, but it was a lot of stuff I saw was junk, or they put music behind it that would copyright this channel. And I was like, yeah, we're not about to do all that. Listen. Yeah. Let me put this on the screen. I know I'm jumping ship there. Damn, we've infected Southeast Asians. Yeah, man, we've been up in that house, right? We've been over there. All right. Listen, gents, something that I want to tell you all before we move forward. I want to thank my members. So the members are the people who, for the price of a cup of coffee a month, get exclusive content, videos that I don't put out, or they'll get early access to videos. I owe the gents another. I owe the members another video. I have a great video in mind. I have to find the second clip because it's only going to be 2 clips. But it's I don't know if you all have heard of the what is it called? The oh damn it. The men's store. Y'all heard of that story before? So I need to find the men's store story, but I have another story that goes along with it to prove a point, right? Again, if you're a member for the price of a cup of coffee, you'll be able to see that video when I put it out tomorrow, okay? The other thing is, listen, this is I have to grow this channel. I have to expand this channel. You all help grow the channel by watching the videos, okay? But also that this is what I do, okay? Now, I was asked a question recently I was asked a number of questions recently, and it just made me think, hey, I can help out the gents. The question that I was asked, gents, was, hey, man, what kind of supplements are you using at the gym? You know, what are you using? What do you do? And I started thinking about it. I used to have links in the description about some of the stuff that I was, affiliated with, right? But when I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. I have these affiliate links to stuff that I thought were good products, but I've never showed you all that I actually use those products. So when I got asked a question recently about like what kind of supplements you use, this, that, and the third, I was like, why am I not promoting the things that I use every day? So what you'll see from now on in the description of my videos going forward is you'll see, and on the channel, actually it's not on the channel page, but I need to put it there. But what you'll see on every video going forward is some of the products that I use, okay? And so one of the things that I use is ashwagandha. If you don't know about that, it has a lot of amazing effects, a lot of things that it will help you with. I suggest that you go look at it yourself, but what it will do is it will help you sleep better. It'll help you with your stress, your moods. It'll actually give you some, like, instead of taking them blue pills and taking all them pills that they give you, it'll even help with that, okay? So ashwagandha is excellent. I swear by this stuff, okay? I bought it a lot. So I continuously buy this. Now, when you talk about that, I also go to the gym. I also have this nitric oxide booster that I use, okay? Now, this is going to make your vessels wider, more blood flow, stuff like that. But it's natural. It's non-GMO. It's gluten-free, all that stuff. I actually use these products. This will always be in my home, okay? Now, these two combined, powerful, okay? Powerful, all right? I'm telling you, okay? My ass wakes up early now in the morning. I have energy. I have energy throughout the day. I don't need naps anymore when I wake up early. And the other thing I use is, for when you get older, man, you got to take that multivitamin, okay? You got to take that multivitamin, get those vitamins that you might not be getting, okay? So that's something I use. Something else you'll see is the Stanley Cup. I always have Stanley Cups. I had the black one. but I got strong one day and did this and ripped the thing off. But I had that cup for a long time. So my girl got me a new one, and that's my new one. Then something else. I got these casual dress shoes, got them in this color, and I got them in this color. And I bought them for my son, and he been wearing them to school, and he been getting a whole bunch of compliments. So listen, I don't have any sponsors on this channel. You've never seen me have any sponsored videos, okay? The reason is because I didn't want to put anything in front of the gents that I don't use myself. So everything I just showed you is stuff that I use all the time, all right? So if you want to, that's going to be links in the description in the future, very soon, whatever. Point is, I just want y'all to know that that's there. There's a bunch of other stuff that I use too. I just couldn't put my name behind something that I don't use or that I don't know that works. Okay. And I would rather not make any money than to sit up here and do some type of sponsored type video for some shit that I don't care about. And again, if you've been watching this channel, you've never seen me do a sponsorship on here. I tried to do it once, and that was that was years ago. Okay. And I didn't like it. I didn't even get paid for it. Okay. So hey, V said, I'm taking 4,500 milligrams of ashwagandha. So you, V, you know about ashwagandha. So I'm telling y'all, man, that ashwagandha is the truth, all right? It is the truth. All right, enough about that. Again, that'll be available in the description. Probably not this one, but in the next, all the videos you see subsequent. Again, I get a commission from that. I just have to be honest and put that up front. But again, I don't have any sponsorships because I'm not going to sponsor some shit I don't use. Okay. It just don't make no sense to me. All right. So now that we're done with that, and we got more people in here. Thank goodness. So I want to shout you out. All out. Again, thank you to my members. Thank you all for supporting the channel. I've read your comments on some of these latest videos, and I gotta say, I've actually been very intrigued at what y'all saying. Y'all spot on with some of the stuff that y'all had to say. But I want to see who we got up in here tonight, and we're gonna see who we got up in here. All right. Preston says, "Yo, brother, homie, TSG in the Uncut City peeps. Got 2 cities on there. Okay. Salute you and everybody in the chat. Why do these people think that you have to burn down your own house to make someone else happy and keep them warm at night? Right? They constantly asking the questions over and over, like they didn't say, leave me alone and don't approach me. To approach anyone, I'm confused. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get into that soon here, Preston. Hope your weekend is going great. Yeah, the weekend was going great. I'm actually kind of glad I'm at hump day. I'm going to actually try to take a trip to go see Mom soon. So either probably tonight I'll look at some plane tickets, and hopefully I can get her on camera and talk for a little bit too. You know what I mean? So that'll be great. I'm only going to stay for, like a weekend or maybe a week, and then I'll come back. But not this week. It'll be sometime next month. I forgot we're not even at the end of the month yet. Sometime next month, early next month, I'm going to go try to see my mom, and I'll come back because one of my daughters will potentially come back into town too. All right. We got V says, howdy from Houston. Shout out to you again, V. Dating is rigged. Yes, it is. We take financial celibacy seriously over here. Yes, we do. Absolutely. Shaun C, sure his drink is right for the night. Rick, I didn't know. That's funny because last night before I saw my woman, I was trying to stop at the liquor store, and I like to get that bottle of like the pre-mixed old fashioned. Well, when I went there last night to go get it, old boy, I said, where the orange bottle at? He said, man, orange bottle been flying off the shelf. Hell, if I could sponsor that, I'd sponsor that. Like, wait, Shaun, you sponsoring old fashioned, bullet old fashioned? Yes. It's so good. I actually made the square ice cubes, Rick, because I thought I was going to have some tonight. But I'm not mad. He said they'll get it back on Thursday. We shall see. All right. The C stands for CP time. God dang it. You got me. I was on some CP time. You're right. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Okay. President says, yo, Shaun C, TSG, big bro, homie, and Uncuts. All right. You read your first one. Good. The live stream hasn't started yet. No, I hadn't started it yet. Dating is a financial catastrophe, city and delusions, monstrosities, agony. Yes, it is for some people. Why men don't want to remarry anymore. Psych ledger, so many similar experiences of peace. Yeah. Almost 25 years ago, an old mother in the church said, saints don't date. That's crazy. I understand what she meant back then. After being married for 25 years, I realize now single dating means having sex. Pretty much, right? All right, I'm skipping some of these. I apologize. I already read that one. I just learned first marriage, 40 to 50% divorce. Second marriage, 60 to 67% divorce. Third marriage, 73 to 74% in divorce. Yeah, I heard some stats like that too. And it's crazy. The more times you get married, the more. That's because I believe what they came when that study came out. They said because you did it once, and the stigma of going through a divorce doesn't affect you as much. Also, you start to realize, hey, I could just end this through divorce. So some people just take the option to leave instead of sticking it out and working it out or coming up with some type of solution or compromise. So the more you've been divorced, the less you're willing to compromise, which kind of makes sense, especially if you've been through some shit, right? The man store is a classic. Yes. So for the members, we're going to talk about the man store, but I have another story that's kind of similar, but I've been holding this one off for the members. So I want to put those two together because I think it'll be a great members only video. So I can't wait. Yasuke no Masuko. Yasuke no Masuko. Did I say that right? This happened because of hookup culture and Instagram and women listening to Shira 7. Sprinkle. Shira 7 was actually exposed as being an average woman with a husband that makes $70,000. And women still said her message is still relevant and true. That's insane. I don't know about that, but I know that she always talks about trapping her husband. So I don't know what that is. Yep. V says he's taking that ashwagandha. Again, this will start being in the links of my next video. It'll be the links down there. They're not down there now because it populates when I create a video, it's already in there. Okay. But I do need to put it on the channel page, and I haven't done that yet. So you take that lion's mane. Hey, do you take the lion's mane or you take that lion's mane? Oh, that lion's mane. All right, I got a couple more. We're going to get to the first video. We done wasting our time with a plastic toaster, broken toaster, a lion, hyena, roller coaster. God dang it. We done with these delusional people. Absolutely. I'm going to see my mom next couple of weeks as well. We've got a big freeze coming down here in Houston, and I got to go over my survival equipment. God damn it. I got to also watch the weather now too, I guess. All right, let's get to the first video. Thank you all for being here. Again, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's get to the first video. Probably should have got to the first video a little quicker. I apologize about that. Here we go.
It's not desperate or pathetic to want to find a partner or someone to love, or there is that kind of energy where it's like, look at me, I'm here on display and I'm waiting for you to claim me. And it's just like, ooh, I don't like that. Like, why can't we just be like cool first? Like, don't.
I wish we'd go back to when guys are just always walking up to you when you're out. Like, could you imagine? Oh my gosh, if you're like at the grocery store, at the gym, they're like, hi, I just couldn't help but say you're so beautiful. Like, I'd love to take you out sometime if you're single. If they were like good looking, I'm like, can we go back to those times? But because like society has more and more changed women to be like the chasers or like things like this, it's like making a lot of men be like, oh, I can just sit back. And I'm like, I hate that.
Listen, before I really get into it, I want you to hear another part. The part that this woman said again. Listen very carefully. I'm going to stop it because I need you to hear this. It's very important.
Up to you when you're out.
So this woman is saying something contradictory. She's saying that why can't men come back up to you again while they're out? Now listen, she's going to say a really, really quick statement. I'm going to tell you what it is. But when you hear it, you can't unhear it. She said, well, why can't men come up to you while you're out and tell you you're beautiful, this, that, and the third, if they're good looking? She said, if they're good looking, check this out.
Like, don't.
I wish we'd go back to when guys are just always walking up to you when you're out. Like, could you imagine? Oh my gosh, if you're like at the grocery store, at the gym, they're like, "Hi, I just couldn't help but say you're so beautiful. Like, I'd love to take you out sometime if you're single." If they were like good looking, I'm like, can we go back to those times?
If they're good looking. That's what she said. Okay? So I want you all to keep this in mind. She's talking about men coming. Why wouldn't men come back up to women? But if you hear the very end, check it out.
But because like society has more and more changed women to be like the chasers or like things like this, it's like making a lot of men be like, oh, I can just sit back. And I'm like, I hate that.
So again, gents, a lot of these women hate that we don't like it because men aren't chasing us. I don't like that shit. We gotta chase now. We asked for equality. We asked to be making the same amount of money as men. We asked for all of this stuff that we could be equal. They don't want to be equal. They want to be more, right? But they want to be equal, but they don't want to do equally what we have to do. Right? Right. Junior, he said women are chasing? No, they're not. They're not chasing any more than they do. We'll get into it, Junior. We're going to get into it, okay? Because what you just asked, what we just heard, it don't make sense, and yet they're going to still double down on stupid, okay? Cher Jr. needs to sit the F down. So Cher Jr., that's funny. If they are good looking. See, you heard that, right? See, it's not about men aren't coming up to them. The men that they want ain't chasing them. They want all of us to chase them. I've showed y'all in the videos where if it was up to some of these modern women, they want us, we work for them. They want us to bow to them. They want us to be their footstool. And then here's the thing, if you do that, they don't really like it anyway. They don't really like that. Even if the men that they want were doing that, they would hate it. So we're in a situation where they never satisfied, bro. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about in that man store video too. Beauty is relative, lady. What is attractive to one wouldn't be attractive to another. Exactly. That's exactly it, our boss. Fibonacci ratio. Last time I checked, women aren't chasing shit. Hello, what part of don't approach them anymore doesn't she understand? When they ask for this, they're the ones who still asking the same question. Absolutely. That's why this next clip, let me catch this, V. That's why this next clip is going to be very important to the narrative that I'm trying to lay out to y'all tonight. They're chasing a certain type of guy. That's the whole point. I get plenty of attention. Right. And that's exactly why you can't afford to make these people happy. All right, let's get back to the video. Check it out. Watch this. Where we at?
No, just you gotta.
I have
You
a
look pretty
boyfriend.
cute.
I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry.
No.
I have a boyfriend. See, I have
See?
a boyfriend. No, I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. Thank you, but
Yeah,
I have
wait.
a boyfriend.
No,
I
it's
have a
okay.
boyfriend. I have a boyfriend.
For real?
Because I have a boyfriend. No, I have a boyfriend. I actually do have a boyfriend.
I
I
knew.
have a boyfriend.
You do?
I'm sorry. I have a boyfriend.
No.
I'm married. I'm engaged.
You look like the girl.
I have a boyfriend. It's okay.
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend.
Really?
I appreciate that, yeah.
She married with a ring.
I have a boyfriend.
I put a ring on the finger. I put a ring.
I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry. I have a boyfriend. No, I'm married. I have a boyfriend. I have a man. I'm totally married though.
You're married?
I have a man. I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend.
All right, I'm going to stop that because of the music. He's just going to be rocking in the chair, looking all pitiful. Okay? So, anyway, here's the point, right? I showed y'all this video of old boy going up to these women, right? I put y'all through this exercise of showing y'all this for a reason. And the last woman said, well, why won't men come up to us? Ladies, that right there, what I just showed you all, That's exactly it. Because some men are just like, it's not even just they say, I got a boyfriend. That's what he showed y'all. Some dudes are getting worse than that. Some dudes are getting shamed and humiliated. And now we live in this time of social media. Some women were documenting this stuff. So I'm trying to be genuine and talk to you, and you're going to post it. You're going to post a vulnerable time in my life that I didn't even ask for, yet you're going to post it. So, sound? What sound? Y'all didn't hear that last one? What didn't y'all hear? Y'all didn't hear this video right here? The video that I had up? Let me see.
The girl.
Y'all don't hear that?
What's up here? I have a boyfriend.
Really?
I appreciate that, yeah.
She married? Where the ring?
I have a boyfriend.
I put a ring on the. I put a ring on the finger. I put a ring.
I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry. I have a boyfriend. No, I'm married. I have a boyfriend.
Anyway, the point I was trying to show y'all with this was that everybody he tried to talk to dissed them and they used the same excuse. I'm not mad at women for saying that. For some of them, that's the nice way of saying, hey, I don't want to talk to you. But here is my point. The point is a lot of men go through what that man went through. More men go through what that man go through than not. And there's nothing to be ashamed about that. That's just the reality of what we're living in right now. That's kind of what my point has been, especially in the last video. That, yeah, you got these women here that act, behave, and think in this way, but you also there are women who may see you as valuable. But women are delusional in the thought that like, oh, men have it easy. And that's kind of what I'm going to show you in this next clip. That these women think that, well, men got it easy when it comes to
women
dating.
get rejected more when it comes to like a commitment.
Yeah.
So we just get rejected once you get to know
Yeah.
us, which I think is way worse.
That's
than
much
Way worse.
We just get rejected once we've poured our hearts and souls into
Yeah,
them.
we
That's
crushed
all.
our
Oh,
hearts.
these poor fucking guys. She said no when you just cold approached her.
I'm
As
so
a creep. And we get our lives ruined. Cool.
That is
Perfect.
true.
You know, what pisses me off about that last clip is the delusion, the entitlement. Like, they seriously are like, oh, well, you know, she said something. Listen, there's always this snarky ass comment they say. What did she say? Right?
Hearts and souls into
Yeah,
them.
we
That's
crushed
all.
our
Oh,
hearts.
these poor fucking guys. She said no when you just cold approached her.
I'm
As
so
a creep.
Right there. Did you hear that? She said, you just cold approached her as a creep. Now, any women that are watching right now, when you don't think that we hear this shit, see, y'all just doing this girl talk. I'm going to say something cool so I can get some brownie points with the sisterhood. But men hear this. Men hear this shit. Men hear you say, well, oh, you're a creep, or he got to be good looking. Well, what's good looking, right? I can sit here and tell you to some women, even my woman right now, I might be one of the most beautiful people in the world. And then I've been looked at like I wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire, right? So what's good looking? All the men nowadays are kind of under the assumption that y'all just think all men are creepy. Because that's what y'all say. You get online and that's what y'all say. Oh, the dating pool is piss. Because the men that you want don't want you. Because y'all are creepy. Y'all are not wives. Those men don't want to waste their time committing to you. So, of course, you're going to sit there and say, well, we got it worse. Because Y'all get rejected in the cold approach. That's nothing. We get our hearts broken. Really? Y'all get your hearts broken? What about when y'all take a man to court and he lose his home that he paid for? What about when you get y'all go through a divorce and you take his kids from him? What about when you split apart and then now this dude ain't got no friends because, hey, you didn't told the friends everything you wanted to tell them. So now he looks like the bad guy. Nobody wants to talk to him. Nobody wants to talk about these things. See, and that's why I played for y'all, or I put in a video, one of my older videos about Nora Vincent. Because Nora Vincent took on the role of being a man, and she literally said in that clip, Nora Vincent said, if women understood what men go through, they have no clue. I should almost find that clip. If you stick around, I'll find it for y'all later, right? But I want to keep this thing going. All right. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this real quick. I'm gonna start from the bottom and go backwards. They get rejected from Chad and Tyrone. Absolutely, V. They get rejected from Chad and Tyrone, and that's who they're talking about. Oh, we get our hearts broken. Your heart wasn't broken. You're just mad because he didn't choose you. But men go through this all the time. Our boss says, hurt people hurt people. That is the truth. I've claimed that I've done it too. Hurt person, and I've hurt people because I was hurt. Right? These ladies are damaged and heartbroken for life. And that's the difference. They like to say that, oh, well, men aren't emotionally intelligent because you won't give your heart to me. It's like a man would be stupid not to learn from his past mistakes. To say, hey, for me to give you my heart, you got to earn that shit this time. These other women didn't really earn it. I kind of just fell for them, and I just let them take advantage of my kindness, my goodness, my love. And don't be mad because you got to earn it. You should want to earn someone's love. You should want to earn someone's trust. If you care about them, if you're serious about them. The only person that's not worried about earning someone's trust is a person who don't intend to need that trust, who don't care if they break that trust. Excellent comment. She called a guy a creep. So she judged the guy before he even talked to her. They all do it. Not all, but a lot of these modern women do that. They already, and I'm not going to knock them for it for a little bit. One of the first pieces of advice that one of my aunts gave me when I was a teenager, or when I became a man, or was getting ready to become a man, she said, a woman within a first minute knows how far, how much, or how far she sees with you within a certain amount of time. I don't know if it was a minute, seconds, an hour or two, whatever. A woman, when she meets you, she already kind of has you pegged for a range. You can change that a little bit, but I'm saying her preconceived notion, she already plays out what she sees with you. Okay? And that was a piece of advice I got when I was younger. I wish I had listened to it a little bit better though. Any guys that they don't like that are creepies, I don't know. They constantly keep saying they don't need a man, so men have listened to you. Yeah. Just politely say that you're not interested instead of making up some story. Yes. So ladies, our boss brings up a good point. Like real dudes just like, yo, just tell me the truth. Hey, no, thank you. I'm not interested. All right, cool. That right there would make me say, good. I'm not even going to keep coming behind you or none of that stuff for your average dude. But to sit there and say, I got somebody, I got a boyfriend, like that may be true. That may be true. But all those women saying the same thing is just code for saying, I don't want to talk to you. And we know that now. Okay? Good. Why the cluck you lie? All right. They was blowing him off. Yeah. Let me catch a couple of more of these. Where we at? If a man said this horse-ish malarkey chiz, he'd be shamed and called sexist if he said he wants a real woman. he'd be misogynistic. Yeah, absolutely. Too dirty. Shout out for you being here. The thumbnail is creative. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate you. We get our backs broke. Boo-hoo. Yeah. We show emotions is still not enough. They use it against us until we don't show emotions. Still not enough. Yep. You got to earn it. Exactly. Like, that's the thing with modern women today. They don't want to earn anything. They want you just to give it to them. I'm going to show you that in some of the clips later on tonight. Right? TikTok has people posting some of the most horrific advice I've ever heard. Absolutely. And I've called it out on this channel too, man. I've had a couple of videos that I've made where I talk about women. Women give some of the worst advice to women. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some dudes online that give some bad advice, but like most dudes can kind of see through that kind of shit, right? It's women, the advice women give to other women is downright criminal, right? It is criminal. All right, we got more. Let's go to, we're not done with the rejection. Check this out. This is,
yo, not even being the Red Power Ranger could save you from these birds.
What is this woman talking about? His shoes cost more than her makeup.
I am a tattoo artist. I am a Power Rangers actor. I'm the Red Ranger for Power Rangers Mythos Wars. Stunt choreographer, MMA fighter, and I play football as well.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm not a real big fan of the dreads and the ends with the red.
Oh, with the
yeah.
That's it's kind of my staple because like all of my peoples know like, my colors are red, black, and gold. So they know me from my red dreads and my Power Ranger helmet. So that's why.
Wait, did they just release the show or are they?
It just got finished casting and we're shooting in June.
Eyebrow slit in the 2 different colors.
Okay. Well, okay. So for one of those, the eyebrow, my stylist like did that.
Oh,
she thought it would be a
stylist. Why'd you let it happen?
What if it wasn't my decision?
Well, you let it happen again, impulsive.
Agents, contract, stylist.
Oh, it was for the role.
Yes, it was.
Okay, you didn't lead with that. Now I feel bad.
Homie does MMA, tattoos, above all,
Never
he's
know.
the Red Power Ranger. Are you kidding me? Got his own stylist, got all this going, and all these chicks don't hear none of that. They go, oh, I'm not digging, the red tips on the dreads. Yo, my dreads define who I am, for real. Like, the most important thing to you, bird brain, is my hair or my shoes, and then not even being knowledgeable. Like, imagine if a shorty has some real expensive, like, heels on, and you were like, like, those heels or whatever, and she's like, yo, these heels cost, $2,000-$3,000. Like, what you talking about my heels? And obviously, he ain't gonna say nothing like that to her, but she don't even know what them shoes cost. And then he's telling him, yo, I got a stylist, it's contract.
look, listen, let me just pick it up on screen. One thing that I put this clip in here to prove another point. So you have these women who now they're in a controlled setting. This guy is, let me just see something real quick. Okay, they're about what in height. I can't tell how tall he was from when he came out there. Okay, he's not really tall, but also, like, I don't know how much y'all know about TV, but contrary to popular belief, TV don't like to hire tall people. They like shorter people because you fit within the camera, easier to find outfits. It's just a whole bunch. Most people are not large people, right? They're not, you know what I mean? So TV, they like you to be a certain height. They didn't really talk about that. But the point is, this brother is a Red Power Ranger on a TV show. And instead of like, well, tell me about you or this, that, and the third, they're worried about the tips of his dreads, which makes sense. Even before I knew what he was gonna say, I was like, okay, when I heard he was the Red Power Ranger, I'm like, okay, he got a little motif going, and he said it. It's like nothing is good enough, man. Nothing is good enough. Let me get back to Devin. Shout out to Devin, man. Great, I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. Happy New Year to you. He said he gonna have to get a white woman. That right there, this right here, this is how dudes end up with a white woman. Not because you're like, well, I hate black women, so I'm gonna go ahead and get me a white woman. That's not even how it happens. This dude might get dissed over and over again, and then at some point, a woman, some other woman, gonna come up to him and talk to him nice and be nice to him. He's like, wow, this is really pleasant. I've never had a woman just be this patient and loving with me before. And then he starts giving her his time, and she freely gives him her time, and she wants to actually genuinely get to know him. And before you know it, hey, what happens, what's supposed to happen happens. Two people that talk it out and try to get to know each other end up together. So for these sisters that's complaining about dudes going on the other side, or all the women, the modern women who talk about we can't find a man, ain't no good men out here. Y'all don't want to talk to them. Y'all don't want to get to know them. And so these dudes are going to go where they're appreciated, not tolerated. And I, for one, I support that message. Because why are you going to sit here and be miserable? There are a lot of men that there are a lot of men that are hurting when it comes to, or not say hurting, but that don't have that type of luck. They don't have that type of time. We're going to talk about that in the next segment or the next clip. But before we get there, I'm going to read a couple more. Into the Deep, man. Hey, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. I responded to your voice message. Also, gents, like, make sure you guys leave a voice message at speakpipe.com/TSG Uncut. All one word, TSG Uncut, right? Y'all can leave me messages instead of leaving comments, right? I would love to take those comments and make videos, but the problem is we're not getting enough responses to it. So, but I'm gonna keep putting it out there, though, right? Insufferable, nice. Rick, intolerable. That Caleb says that proves women don't listen to men. All they hear is what they want to hear. Yeah, I'm glad you got that from that, because that is exactly one of the points I was trying to make. It didn't matter what you done. It don't matter if it was positive or good. I put a clip on here once, Caleb, about it was a brother who was he was like a professor, or he had this job, and it was a really, really good job, engineering, something like that. And the woman didn't care about the engineering part. Could care less that this dude had this job. Oh, no, it was a guy who wrote a children's book. He was an educator, and that wasn't good enough. So when you have these women saying like, oh, well, you know, men, why aren't men approaching us anymore? Why would they? Why would somebody that's doing something powerful or positive want to approach somebody that really don't give a shit about them in the first place? Come on, man. Shout out to you for that, Caleb. I had so much fun watching these ladies proving how uneducated they are on live TV. Think twice and speak once. Not for them, right? Devin says, Happy New Year's, bro. Man, shout out to you, brother. F what these women be talking about. This guy got it going on, man. Doing what he got to do, man. Those ladies had no idea what the dude was saying. No, they didn't. Then they going to brag about how many PhDs and masters they got. Yep. If anything, last time I checked, I don't work for delusion. I reset 100 times. Yep. Norman, shout out to you. He said, facts. You have to go where you're appreciated at, because the city you in, the females might treat you like crap. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, man, where I'm from, I didn't get along with those women well. It was hard finding someone, you know, like, I'm not saying they're not beautiful, educated women where I'm from originally, but it was hard to find them. It was damn hard to find them, man, you know? And dating was a challenge. Dating was a challenge. So sometimes you got to leave from where you at. Matter of fact, even in the Bible, some of those dudes had to travel to other lands to find women that weren't local, because the local women know who you are. The local women kind of, they already then talked about you and this, that, and the third. You got to go to places where people don't know you. And that's why you have to constantly keep working on yourself, gents. You have to constantly keep working on yourself and your purpose, so that when you go to these places, you're ready. All right? These women are triggering me. I'm looking around for some alcohol. V, don't be triggered, man. It's all good. Peace, peace, big bro and fam. 6 years in, my wife is Middle Eastern. Shout out to you, Amin. Great to see you back coming through, man. Happy New Year to you, Amin. All right, let's get to the next clip. Now, as I was trying to allude to, this next clip is going to involve a small clip from like Oprah going through some statistics on men. But I want you to pay attention to how the men react in this, okay? Check this out.
45% of men 18 to 25 have not engaged personally on asking a woman out for a date, or I find that to be shocking.
Let me stop this real quick. Oprah finds that to be shocking. First of all, you've been doing your show since I was a kid, okay? Oprah's show been out since I was a kid. You telling me you haven't covered that topic to know that? Oh, because you was more paying attention to giving women gifts that's underneath the seat than actually listening to any of the men that came on your goddamn stupid ass show. But I digress. Let's listen to what they got to say.
Almost half of young men have never asked a woman out in person. And there's a bunch of factors around that. One, it's difficult. I mean, it's just not easy. One of the key skills I think a man has to treat or try and give his son is to how to express romantic interest while making that person feel safe. And this is only anecdotal evidence. When I go out and I'm in social situations, I'll have women approach me and say, I'm here, I'm single and I'm ready to mingle, I look amazing, and a man hasn't approached me in 3 months, right? And 80% of women still expect the man to make that initial approach.
Right. So, listen. This gentleman has been doing the rounds on social media, right? And I'm going to take that goofy ass look off his face. Damn it. There we go. So he's been doing the rounds on social media talking about the statistics on what he's seen and what he's dealt with. And sometimes, I mean, well, for the most part, he's trying to bring awareness to what men are going through. And I don't think at this point, there's so much information out there. I've been doing this channel now. This is going to be year 6. In June, have been 6 years since I started TSG Uncut. In 6 years, I put out a lot of videos, and I've covered this. So at what point why men ain't talking to us? Why they not coming up to us? Why they gotta be? Why? At what point is it just ignorance? I don't want to hear it. I don't give a damn if you're the Red Power Ranger. At what point do we say that they're just not listening to these statistics? They don't care because they only care about their feelings and not what's really going on in these streets. At what point? I'm going to take your comments and we'll get to the next section. Devin says, Norman, I needed to hear what you said. Let me go up because I don't want to skip anything. Let's go. Yep. Because the females in your city might treat you like ish. Yep. We talked about that. V said he triggered. Don't be triggered, man. Shout out to you, again, congrats. They giving men reason not to approach women, landmines covered in STDC4, dumpster slaughter, street crime. God dang, Preston. I needed to hear what you said. Ain't nothing here where I'm at. I just got to find a job in a new city. And listen, you don't necessarily have to find a job in a new city unless you want to start a whole new life. And I've moved all over this country. I've lived in like 9 states. I've lived in dozens and dozens of cities around the country. Even got to live in Hawaii, right? Been to Alaska twice. I've been to damn near 40 of the 50 states, something like that. Been to multiple countries. What I'm going to tell you is sometimes it's best just to go travel around and see what's out there first. Just travel around and go see, right? And then get an idea. Hey, when I like the people that's here. I like the vibe that's here. And then peep out the vibe first. And if you really feeling the vibe, then you move there. You know? You move there. You go to another city. Just do it. What's inspiring is my uncle when he tell us stories, and I try to tell my daughter, I said, you should listen. Like however you might feel about our family, your uncle telling you a story, and this story is pertinent. My uncle has just got himself hey man, can you just buy me a bus ticket? And he'll just up and go to a whole new city, barely any money in his pocket. All he got is this up here and his experience. And he just starts over in a new city with nothing, like a bank. He's done that. Now, when he was younger, he did that a lot. When you're older, you don't want to be doing that shit. But point being is, if he can do that with nothing, think about what you can do with your skills or with your experience. Take that and go somewhere else. Go where you're going to be appreciated, not tolerated. Right? Boom. You're right, son. Oprah Winfrey totally ignored all those men for years. Yeah, she did. She did. There's no way you can be shocked by what you hear unless you're just doing it for TV, in which case that's even worse. You know? So black men are loved all over the world, just not in the US. Ooh, the champ. Shout out to you, brother. That's a good one. Find a job that you love. Find something that you're passionate about and then do what you love. Yeah. I'm doing what I love right now. I love it, man. I do. I mean, this is, being there for the gents has been a life work of mine, man. And I'm proud. I'm proud of you all. I'm proud of myself for sticking through with this. You know what I mean? The champ says Germany, Italy. Man, if you get yourself together and go to some of these countries, some of y'all minds might be blown. Why Eli? Find your inner peace and leave it up to the universe to find your soulmate. Yeah, I wouldn't go out talking about finding a soulmate. I would just, you got to put yourself in those situations. Like, listen, you can't sit here and say, don't be like these women, okay? Don't be like these women and say, oh, God is going to send me my soulmate. But you stay in the house all the time. How God going to send you somebody and your ass locked away? Or nobody going to be able to find you? You have to kind of put yourself out there to be able to find somebody. If you at home all the time, nobody going to find you. I have a female friend from back in the day, and I talked to her during New Year's, and I just said hi. And, she's in her 40s and single. And she like, oh, God is going to, my man going to find me one day. And I'm sitting there like, oh, my God, your man going to find you. But you just said to me that you don't go nowhere. You're just chilling at home. How are you going to find you? How are you going to find you? When y'all don't want to date the blue collar man, that's the only dude knocking on the door, drop off your Amazon packages, maybe fix your cable, maybe do your plumbing. Other than that, what other dudes you seeing? It don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense, bro. Oh, man, y'all, the comments that ran through. I'm so grateful for the internet. These women keep telling themselves. They do. Chanel, hey, my brother TSG, how you doing? Hope everyone is having a great night. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. We're doing good tonight. Oprah is still chasing after Stedman. He's not going to marry her anyway. No, they done with that. Yeah, Stedman is like, nah, you're a traveling man. Yeah, I'm just, I've been a few places. I haven't even been to all the places I want to go. I don't even feel like I've traveled enough to know about people from different places. And the one thing I've learned about traveling is be respectful of the people and the places that you at. Don't be like some of these people that travel and like you're entitled, like people owe you some shit. Be humble. You're not where you live at. This is a place where someone else grew up in. When I lived in Hawaii, man, dudes used to get their eyes busted and beat up all the time because they would be on the island treating that island like it ain't like somebody owed them something. You on them people island. They don't give a damn who you are. They don't care what your title is. They will whip your ass. Oh, why is Oprah even talking in the first place? She's so out of touch and weird as shit anyway. Yeah. No problem, brother. No, it's all good. Yeah. Speaking facts. That's what I'm here to do, man. A boy dates your body, a man dates your mind, a girl dates your pockets, and a woman dates your heart. Damn, that's kind of deep. I like that one. All right, we're gonna go into the next. So I wanted to set the tone. We're about halfway through. I'm probably going to run through some of these quicker than others, but I have 3 clips for you. And each of these 3 clips, the 3 clips are going to work in unison to prove a point that we've talked about in this channel. I'm going to play the clips, the first clip, and it's going to be self-explanatory where we're going with this next segment, okay? Check it out.
Niggas are criminals because women love criminals.
Oh, whoa. What?
Listen.
You see how she was so defensive about that shit? Let's continue.
Let me tell you something.
Most men are criminals.
No, hear me out. No, hear me out. Here's the cycle that our culture does. And you don't want to hear it, but it's the truth.
The girls like the bad guys.
They like the bad guys. They have babies with the bad guys.
Yeah.
The bad guys turn into terrible baby daddies. Then they get the good guys who wanted them when they was the shit to come be stepdaddies, and they celebrate him in society. He's the bonus father. He's the great man. You didn't want him when you was 19.
You know when she wants to
you
be a
didn't
good
want him
woman?
when he was 21. You didn't want him because he was lame. You didn't
Right.
want him because he was lame. Women like cool. Thug and Mariah.
Okay, Thug
That
and
is
Mariah.
a true Atlanta story.
Okay,
Mariah
now,
is a
beautiful
girl,
educated girl, too.
Father is one of the most legendary coaches. He has a statue I heard
I didn't
outside
know
of. She comes from a great everything.
2-parent household.
But
Yep.
you still end up with a street guy. Women want to feel protected, and street guys make you feel protected.
I'm going to play the next video clip so we can move that along. Check this out.
Woman will make rules for a man she doesn't want to be with, and she'll break rules for the man she does want to be with. So if the woman you trying to get at always got some type of, I can't do this, I can't do that, I don't want to do this, when you gonna do it? That ain't the one, dog. Because when a woman really wants you, she will go out of her fucking way to make sure she's available and that she's down for you.
Okay. I just got to say one thing briefly, and I'm going to play the next clip. For any woman who don't understand that, this is one of the things that I've been arguing on this channel, all right? That women don't want the good guy. When y'all even hear good guy now, it's a turnoff. I literally had a woman once tell me, she was just like, yeah, I don't think I couldn't date you because, you know, like you got your shit together. I actually wasn't offended because she straight up said, you got your shit together. But it just made me realize, yo, you being a man, it wasn't that I had my shit totally together, but I mean, like I have my own house, my car, my job, my career, whatever you want to call it. And that's intimidating to people, to these women. For you to have your shit in a row, you could cook for yourself, you could do all these things. Modern women are repulsed by it. And listen, gents, I'm okay with it. Because that's a woman to me that's gonna weed herself out. If that's intimidating to you, that's a problem. That's why I told y'all, I don't have a problem with a woman that has a career. I don't personally. Like, I want you to have some shit going on too. I want you to have some shit to lose too. The problem I have is when women have a career and they think they're better than you. I have a problem with that. Okay? Thank you so much. Will Camp. Thank you for the $10 holla. Let's go ahead. I didn't even have the banner up tonight. That's how you know I'm off. Okay, let's get Will up there. Let's get Will up there, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. I appreciate everything y'all do for this channel. Seriously, I do. And I'm doing my best to just continue to put out a product that you guys could be proud of, and a place for you all to be able to come talk, just come hang out with your boy, talk about these different things. Again, don't let it stress you, okay? Certain videos, I get it. It's going to be triggering. Depends on what you've been through. But that's never my intention. My intention is to inform so that when you see it, you can see it. You can see the red flag go off and you're like, I'm good, right? I find it entertaining now because I look back at younger me seeing this stuff and I wish I could have had this type of game and teaching. You know what I'm saying? People try to tell me stuff, but I mean, like when you go through it, now I'm like, God dang, thank God I survived all this shit. And that's all I'm trying to give to y'all. So, Will, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and save that, and then let's go ahead and show it. Let's get you up there, Will. Thank you so much for the $10 holler, man. Where we at? Good guys always finish last, period. Yeah, and that's what it feels like to a lot of guys. Like, why? I'm about to show y'all something now, and it's going to pose a new question. I will pose the question after I show you the last of the 3 videos, okay? Catch a couple of these comments. Fire, salute. Our boss, we finished first in peace, though. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we do finish first in peace. It's crazy to hear women say they don't want a good guy just to use them, turning good men into villains. Right there, Matrix. Shout out to you for being here tonight. Thank you so much. But you said the thing. Turning good guys into villains. That's exactly it. Love this convo. Thank you. I worked on this topic today. I actually put in some time on this topic. Okay. Absolute peace and happiness. All right, here's the last of the 3 videos. This one is crazy though, gents. This one here.
Hey, yo. The dating scene has to be a very interesting one. Guy made a Tinder profile writing he had a criminal record for, and matches were made. He got over 800 matches in 48 hours. Let's take a look at some of the messages. Talk about honesty is the best policy, apparently. Take a look at this. Okay, I've got to ask about the criminal record of yours. I'm intrigued, to say the least. She caught me cheating, but that was years ago. I have to be honest, I am not the same. I'll give credit where credit's due. I appreciate the honesty. All right, that's one. Here's another. Willing to make an exception for the blue eyes. Seems like a yes. Exceptions can be made. Good. I must admit, I don't shower. What? You must be joking. I like my natural musk. I'm sure you will. You do look like you'd smell nice, so I'll take your word for it. What? I'll take your word for your musk? Should have been a T, natural must. But anyway, this is how, okay, let's keep reading. Do you want to make another half Italian baby? My apartment? Yes. Let me tell you something. When you're attractive, more importantly, when women are attracted to you, there are very few things that you can do to turn them off, okay? When a woman wants you, she wants you. Ain't nothing stopping her from wanting you. Nothing. The women who don't want you, you could have every single thing that they are looking for and they still wouldn't want you. You could have money. You could be respectful. You could be a gentleman. You could be all the things that she lists. If she's not into you, she's going to find a way to say, it's just, but this man is beating the odds, and that's not only beating. Let's keep reading. This is a list of some of the young ladies. Here's the funny thing. Why clear out some of the pictures? You still got their names up. They could be found, I'm sure. And people who know them can probably see this. My thoughts are, what are you guys' thoughts to this? Ladies, do you find this man to be his speed? You know who he looked like? He looked like the dude that was in Grease. He was John Travolta's friend. Remember the one that was working on the cars? I can't remember his name. And I loved Grease. But yeah, he looked like him. But is this guy handsome enough to make you defy everything and the showers? Forget anybody's past. Everybody got a past and all of that. But the showers, of course, y'all gonna get past the showers. There's people that don't even have great hygiene to this day. It's probably like,
all right, he going off on a rant. Sorry, I was doing something in the background. So apparently this video already does have the link in the description for all of the stuff that for the different products that I affiliate for. Okay. And again, all the stuff that I use, it's in the links in the description of the video. I just want to make sure that was there. It already was. But what was crazy to me about this one is that he made a profile saying that he was a criminal or had a criminal record for Ike and Tina, Ike and these women, okay? Iking them up, all right? And they didn't care. They asked some questions, but it was shallow questions. So it just goes to show that some of these women don't care about character. We've already established that when they didn't want to talk to the dude who was about to be on a show for be a Power Ranger. Yet they got extra questions for the dude who said, I went upside a couple girls' heads. I have a criminal record for Ike and some women. Not a problem. That is an issue. That is terrible. And so I told you I was going to pose a question. And this is a question that I thought that I was going to make a video on. I even at one point thought like I was getting fed up. I was frustrated, gents. And it just make you think, should I just be the bad guy? Should I just be the villain now? And I thought about it, gents. I've been the villain a couple times. And I swear I was probably my most desired when I was the villain, when they knew exactly what the hell I was doing. And I'm like, this is insane. And I'm going to add this last thing and we can move on. I am grateful to have someone in my life that accepts me to be who I am, that accepts me for my character. Yes, I'm sure there's some things that she would like that I would do differently and stuff like that. But for overall, I know that person loves me a lot, like a whole lot, even through my shortcomings. And they love the character instead of me having to be something I'm not or have to operate being hurt all the time, because hurt people hurt people. So when I was hurting people, I was hurt. I had my goddamn heart kicked in. And so I just didn't care who I hurt. I didn't care who I affected. And I've admitted that to my woman. I've told her the story. Like, hey, that happened and I didn't give a shit. And I did some really bad shit to a lot of people. I didn't care. So I don't like that version of me. Because that version of me is like one you don't want to cross. Because when I say I don't give a shit, I don't give a shit. Okay? So this is where some men get pushed. And this is not helpful. This is not helpful to any of us. All right? Look at your comments. A few of your comments, we're gonna move on. Women love the bad boy stage. Yep, they do. I'd run the other way. No, thank you, sir. Right? They like the bad boys who are childish and immature and easy to manipulate. Yeah, that's a good point, V. That's the other thing too, right? I think some of these women actually like men that they feel like he's hot, so I'm sexually attracted to this dude. But he have a side to him that I think I could change him. Too many women get themselves in trouble thinking that they can change a man. And gents, y'all know like I do, ain't no man changing unless he wants to, okay? Ain't no man changing unless he allow himself to. A real man ain't gonna change. Like, he ain't gonna just change because I'm just gonna change. Like, if it don't make sense for me to change my process, why would I do that? If my process has been working for me, why am I gonna change that? You know? Or, you know, like, I'm willing to compromise on certain things, but other things I'm not. A man is only gonna change when he wants to. Okay, so this playing these manipulative games where you're gonna try to, I can make him into this and he gonna be this type of, that shit only works on weak-minded ass individuals. Seriously, a white guy beat women, but he gets dates on dating apps because of this. Wow, what is the world coming to? It's been that way. Norman, has been that way, fam. You can't make this up. Nope, you can't. I don't care how attractive a man is. If you have poor character and attitude, I'm not accepting you. And nor should you. Exactly. Nor should you. Don't even approach with caution. Yeah. 800 matches. That's funny you say that, Chanel, because I saw that earlier too. And this is because the way he looks. Because your average dude ain't getting 800 matches. Okay? Like, I think they said something like a dude has to swipe like so many 100 or so times to get one match. And that's just an average dude. An average dude has to swipe like so many 100 or like so many thousands of times to get one. I guess that's about right. One match per like 100 or so. And some dudes are getting like one match per like 1,000 swipes. So it's pretty bad out there. It's pretty bad. Dude looks like AI anyway. He might be. That'd be interesting to make an AI character and then just see what happens. Make an AI chat, make him a profile, and then see what the hell happens. Psh. Don't tempt me to do some type of project like that, but I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to be on any of these dating apps. I seriously don't. I'm so glad I don't have to be. So it shows how broken modern women are. Exactly. Into Deep said, this is so true. Why is women's romance novels, movies, and stories about cheating, abuse, and murder? I saw something earlier, and it was an AI video that was on social media earlier. And it had what happens if the Titanic was real, right? If they would have survived, okay? So what happened was when they got off the boat, the dude who was the rich dude was like, all right, Jack, have fun, good luck on trying to feed her. She eats a lot. So it was so funny. This was all AI, right? So then they went and got married, and he put like a ring, made a lock wire and a wing nut. And then they started having a bunch of kids. And then she went from being real beautiful to looking all broke down and homely in their broke ass house. Jack is working a factory job full of soot. And sometime in the future of this AI video, she's walking down the street looking all, like not old, but she's looking all beat down. She's looking all like not as pretty as she was. And he gets out of a car with even more beautiful woman. And she's like, and then I think it made her say, shit, I could have had that life. And then he was like, thank God I passed up on her. So it was like, and then at the end of it, it said this would never happen anyway, because when she got off that boat with that poor ass Leonardo DiCaprio, she would have went right back to the rich dude instead. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Probably one of the few AI things I actually thought was kind of interesting. Talking about ignoring red flags from the jump and crying when they get jammed up. Yep, situational awareness is way off. I'm a strong, independent woman and intimidate weak men. That's a crazy observation. It actually is. Yep. They don't want a good man, but runs a smoky, rusty, and pookie. Rusty. My mom reads that stuff for years now. Player. 800 matches is insane. It is. Ooh, I made it. Working late with the clients, Brody. Oh, man, speak Spanish now. Great seeing you, man. Hey, do what you got to do, brother. I appreciate you. Demented Engineering says, preach it. Try it, man. There's a joke that the Titanic is actually a horror movie. To men, it is a horror movie. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm concerned about your mom. She should stop reading books like that. She's all good. She's in the fourth quarter. Yeah, older women can do all that, man. All right, let's get to the next segment. So I have 3 clips for the second to last segment.
You seem great.
So what I want to show in this next one is very quickly with these 3 videos. I'm just going to play them in order. But we have to look at the other side of this. Modern women are expecting men to chase them, yet they don't want you to chase them if you're not good looking, right? And what they think is good looking is like a very small window. You could be a good looking man and like, nope, you're not good looking. You're not this. Hell, you could be my height and be like, yep, not good looking. You could be, So listen, it's so subjective, but it's getting crazier because they're never satisfied with what they got. But what about what us men have to contend with out there? What kind of choices do we have? I have 3 types of women, not inclusive to all, but I have 3 examples to show you about what men have to deal with if they were to get with some of these women nowadays, okay? So that's the premise of this. Actually, I'm gonna put myself down in the corner. There we go.
You seem great, but you're looking for someone motivated, and I'm happily unemployed, so we're not gonna work out in that way.
Maybe you're like not motivated right now, but maybe you have long-term goals and ambitions.
My long-term goal is to be a trophy wife. So if you're into that, then like, you know, get me on Instagram after, but like, I'm not trying to work. I'm trying to be a wife and a mom and a friend, and that's about it.
My dude malfunctioned. Oh my God. Yo, let me back that up. Yo, dude malfunctioned. Let me see how many seconds that is. That dude straight malfunctioned when she said that shit. Oh my God. All right, next one.
I just still don't like to be corrected in front of people.
And you know, and this is what I'm saying too. If somebody cannot be corrected, they're never gonna grow. And if you're not growing, you're dying. What does that mean? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
I could be corrected. It's just about how somebody.
Hey, you ain't got to say it to me no type of way. Is it good information? I'm going to catch it rather than not catch it and stay stagnant or stay with that character flaw. Women always care about, well, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Well, we'll then miss it then. How about that? How about you didn't, because you so much in your feelings, miss the game then and stay where you at. And that's why a lot of women are, that's why men on average have more success than women, because women are so sensitive about how it's said. I don't care how you say it to me. If it's some game and I'll take it. A hater of mine can say some real shit to me. Hey, I don't care if he a hater, is what he's saying real? And if it's real, then thank you. I appreciate the gym and I'm gonna fix it very fast because I'll take any information from
If somebody did that
anybody.
to you and posted it and it got all these views, you would be okay with that. All right. That you already answered the question.
No, I think you should have seen the positive in it.
All right, obviously they will talk about something else, okay? I got one last one to show you, and we'll talk about this on the other side. This made me laugh.
What the f you pop me for?
I need another balloon so I can pop it again.
Why you pop me? I need an explanation.
Wait, you came with the kid?
You not trying to be a stepdaddy? He a good baby. He's a very good baby.
Well, I'm not even trying to violate.
He kind of look like you.
See, you have a nice All right, thanks. Thank you. She tripping.
Yo, that shit had me laughing so much. I'm gonna play that shit again. Your boy's answer had me tripping.
What the f you pop me for?
I need another balloon so I can pop it again.
Why?
Give me another balloon so I can pop it again. Yo, and then why is your baby at this thing? Ooh, I want to get on this show so much, I'm gonna bring my kid with me. Or what is going on? What in the ever? What the hell is up with these women? Let me get another balloon so I can pop it again. Hell no. Yes, Matrix, exactly. These women are so broken. Yes, man. This woman right here is a walking red flag, man. This is a walking red flag. And she coming out there trying to find somebody to take care of. Oh my God. I don't even know where to go. I don't even know where to. I'm trying to be careful on what I say, because if I said what I was really thinking, I couldn't put this up on YouTube. I couldn't put this up on YouTube. All right, let me catch y'all comments where we was at before. I'm so grateful I was born before all this social media nonsense. She want a guy with money, so she stay at home with the kids. Yeah, talking about the first woman. Yeah, the first woman was like, so the man was like, "Oh, you don't know, you might be motivated." She's like, "I ain't trying to." Now, why I put those two clips? Let me show you how I think. Okay, when I put those two clips together, this one, let me go back. So the dude talked to her about being motivated and this, that, and the third. And she's like, look, all I care about is just getting pregnant and somebody taking care of me. I don't want to work. I have no motivation. So this woman wants you to housewife her, but don't want to put in work and being a wife. If you come across a woman that ever say some shit like that to you and you get with her, come back to me later and then be like, man, I don't know why I fell for the banana in the tailpipe. And I would normally be like, you know what, though, it's okay, man. You're going to get through it, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm going to make fun of your ass. Because we told you here on this channel, I'm telling you now, if you got a woman who, I'm only motivated just to sit on my ass, good luck. I've been there before. Don't do that shit. Don't do it. If that woman going to sit on her ass and watch you bust yours, not a wife. I'm not saying that your woman got to work always. I'm saying if she's willing to sit on her ass and watch you kill yourself, go watch my last video where them women, them wives will watch you go out and work to death and sit there and just can't wait to collect the money on you. Come on, man. If that's who you with, I'm gonna laugh at your ass. I'm gonna laugh, be like, man, this messed up what happened to so and so. Like, that dude did it to himself. I'm gonna laugh at your ass. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry. Okay, but I am. Right? So I connected this video to the next video. Well, one woman, she don't want to evade it. And then the second woman, I don't like to be corrected. Right? This woman here don't like correction. This goes back into the whole Kevin Samuel thing. Like, oh, well, it's the way you said it. Was it real or was it not? There's a scripture that says, prove all things, hold fast to that which is good. I've been knowing that scripture since I was a kid. And what I've gleaned from it, especially at where I'm at in life now, is don't let anybody just tell you anything. Go prove it first. And if it's some good shit, use it. Keep it. And that's what old boy said. Listen, I used to tell people all the time, I was like, man, look, one thing I miss about New Orleans is that you had the old folk back in the day were funny. Come here, little blood, young blood. Come on here, little Wally. Let me holler at you. And them old dudes, you be like, man, I'm kind of scared. Don't be a little scared. Don't be a little scared, little bitch. Get your ass over here. And you look at this dude, and he don't look like he got much going on in his life, but he dropping knowledge on you. You listened. Because that was your elder. That's what you did. You listened to that knowledge. And I had somebody tell me, you ever sit there and listen to somebody who's poor, who on the streets? You got shit, Shaun. You got your own shit. Why would you ever listen to somebody that's poor and broke? And I'm like, are you a fool? That person can tell me more about what not to do than listening to any of these fools out here on social media right now. I learned more about the game from somebody that lost the game. Sometimes you talk to these people and they had everything and they made mistakes and lost it all. You can learn from that shit. And this woman, I don't know what side, don't get it. It just trips me out that they have absolutely no clue what's going on. That they can sit here and say such ignorant shit. Kevin Samuels was trying to drop knowledge on some of these women and tell them like, yo, listen, if you want to get this thing that you want, you can't get it the way you going at it. I don't like the way you speak it to me though. Have you a calm conversation? Sometimes like the women are just truthful and real. And he'll sit there and have the most calm, beautiful conversation. But people don't show that shit in sound bites because that's all y'all listen to is the sound bites. This is ignorance or wherever it's at. This is ignorance. And then let's not even talk about this shit right here. I'm gonna let this play real quick because this shit makes me laugh.
What the you pop me for?
I need another balloon so I can pop it again.
Why you pop me?
Sorry about that, y'all. Oh man. Listen. I'm gonna say this as seriously as I can say it. The young women who prefer to deal with Pookie, Ray Ray, Glocktavius, Felantonio, Junebug, name it, right? Raul, whatever, right? The women who prefer these guys. Not the dudes who are doing what they're supposed to, but the dudes who make them tangle. You know, their perception of what masculinity is. But later cry about it. Those dudes. At what point? At what point are women gonna hold other women accountable for just sitting there and laying with these dudes and getting pregnant? See, we are at a point right now where the people who are having the most children are the least equipped to take care of kids, the least educated. And then you got women who are they gotta freeze their eggs. They're not having kids because they've written themselves out of the dating pool. They've written themselves out. We can't do nothing about this because the statistics say, gents, that we're holding on to our sperm. More than half of Black men, particularly in the Black community, right? More than half of Black men are single and childless. 33% are married or divorced, widowed. Okay? That's having that women, particularly, especially Black women, are having the majority of the kids in our community with less than 20% of the men. Multiple baby daddies. At what point? Men are, I told my daughter this advice. She asked me a question about some dude or something. She's a grown woman, okay? She asked me some advice and I said, okay, baby, I need you to listen to me right now, okay? I need you to assume something about men. All men, even the good ones, even the ones that's your friends, right? Even a dude that's like, oh, that's my brother. I said, you need to assume that all dudes want to sleep with you. Just assume it. And she's like, what? He would never. I was like, assume all with you. If you make that assumption, if you know that going forward, then you hopefully it'll change how you deal with every man. Because then it'll be like, the next question you have to ask yourself is this dude worth somebody laying down with that's going to be around for me and my kid for the rest of our lives, to be a part of my kid's life for the rest of our lives? If you don't assume those two things, ladies, you're going to. But these women don't care because they don't think about the consequences. I even heard women now saying that, well, I don't even, man, if you wear a condom, you a lame. What? What? This is women saying this shit. At some point, women are going to have to coach and police women on this. Y'all can't say, yes, girl, for every goddamn thing when it's destroying lives. It's destroying families and it's destroying communities, it's destroying futures. You're not listening to us. Are you brave enough as a woman to say that to another woman? Are you brave enough to get outed from your sisterhood over telling them the truth? And should you be hanging around people that's not going to be real with you? I don't hang with dudes that don't do that for me. All my brothers are real. My brother's going to be like, Shaun, you're fucking up. Yeah, with your woman, you messing up. I want those type of brothers around me. Tell me I'm wrong when I'm wrong. And don't be afraid of my reaction. Tell me right. That's the kind of relationships y'all should be having. So the ladies that want to shame men like, oh, y'all ain't got nobody, so your emotional connection. Man, look, as a dude, we not about to hang around nobody that we got to worry about. But y'all women will hang out with other women. Oh, that's my girl. Okay? Your girl gonna get you in trouble. Your girl gonna get you with a kid in your goddamn arm. So, listen, let's get to this clip right here, this next clip. Because this is about women being ready for good men.
All women say they want a good man until they actually meet one and realize they're not equipped to handle him. A good man is not convenient. He doesn't bend to accommodate chaos. He doesn't rearrange his values because you're emotional. A real good man has discipline, boundaries, and priorities that don't shift based on your mood. And this is where women get confused. When you've never met emotional maturity, you misread everything. You call him cold because he won't tolerate drama. You call him selfish because he protects his peace. You label him detached because he refuses to beg for your approval. But that's not coldness. That is self-respect. A man who knows his worth doesn't move from insecurity. He moves from conviction. Good men don't chase drama. They don't chase chaos. And they sure as hell don't chase women who weaponize emotion. They build, they lead, they create order. Most women aren't ready for the responsibility that comes with a stable man because stability doesn't feed your need for emotional roller coasters. It doesn't scratch that itch for unpredictable validation. For women raised in dysfunction, peace feels boring until you lose it. A good man requires partnership, respect, and a woman who's emotionally regulated, not reactive.
All right, I'm going to stop that there. Listen. She said a lot of good stuff. Let's move on to the next clip. I got 2 clips left.
A lot of women don't understand the world that they created for themselves.
Check this
right
out.
Here,
it's crazy.
I did not realize how big of a deal this was till about 3 years ago when I learned this. Wealth management firms, consultant firms that have single male clients are telling them to stay the fuck away from women. Tells them do not approach women. It tells, because it's like their job is to protect your money. And like she said, the consulting firm I was an intern over at summer advised their wealthy single male clients in writing, do not approach women. A friend of mine, well, I wouldn't call him a friend, is an acquaintance, a rich guy, single guy. They sent him a letter telling him not to approach women. If he's approached, good. If it's an introduction through friends, okay. But do not approach women. And they attached a bunch of case laws to prove that walking up to a woman and just approaching her will cost you financially. So now it's funny hearing all this discourse on the internet talking about, oh, men don't approach women and blah blah blah. Rich guys don't care. No, rich guys are literally being told by their by their wealth management firms to stay the fuck away from you hoes because y'all want to be. The thing is, I don't even know. We've created a mentality of superiority in our women to the point that y'all feel it's okay to humiliate men. There was a very, very, when I mean very, very insanely unattractive woman that made a video talking about she want men to stay out of her inbox. Everybody laughed at her. Everyone laughed at her and called her blah, 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 blah. And then she dropped receipts. And look, you should have seen the number of men that were in her DMs. So it's like, even
I saw
the
that video.
unattractive women can get thousands of men. Can you imagine what the pretty ones get? That mentality has created a whole... Oh, listen, all I'm trying to say here is wealth management firms, investment firms, banks, a lot of these institutions that handle money are telling the rich single men that y'all are praying for to stay the fuck away from you.
Listen, I'm gonna save the last clip for last. That way we'll go out on that clip. But real quick, that's crazy that you have wealth investment firms that are saying that, which it kind of actually makes sense to me. This is kind of what we talk about on the channel. I always talk about being on your purpose first, right? If you don't have an established purpose and you're not working toward that purpose, you're not working toward being the best version of yourself, then when a woman comes along or, you get people coming in your life, you're going to just get blown with the wind. Or when bad things happen, it don't even have to be a woman in your life. You can have like emergencies in your family happen, and then it can take you down to it can break you down to your studs, all right? Because you don't have a purpose, because you don't know what direction you're going in, you won't know how to recover from that shit. You'll just sit there and be like, man, life just been kicking me in the ass, man. And my man, one day I'm just gonna get back up again, blah, blah, blah. Like, what do you mean you're gonna get back up again? What do you mean you're gonna get back up again? Like it's not a choice. Like it's not like in my head, if I get knocked down, it ain't a matter of if I'm getting up. It's like, okay, well, when I get up, I'm gonna do this, that. I just got a plan. I just gotta make a plan to get the hell back up. If you get in a fight and you stand right back up, you're gonna get knocked right back down. You need to catch your breath, take the count, collect yourself, think while you're on the ground about what happened, what not to do next time, what you messed up on, and how can you do better. And then you shouldn't get knocked down the same way you did before. And if you do get knocked down again, learn that lesson and be like, okay, don't do that shit again. So if you don't have a plan, that's it. That's game over. Because it's like, again, everything happened to you. You don't know what to do. You don't move forward efficiently. So when these wealth management companies say, yo, don't mess with these raggedy women, make your money tight. That shit will come. That shit will come when it happens. That's why our women have to be understanding of when a man is moving in his purpose. She has to be understanding of it. Even when it's not convenient, she needs to understand it because it's bigger than all of y'all. And when the chips are down, your goal is what keeps you going forward. Gents, this is what we do. This is how we keep pushing. And take it from me, man. I have every reason to have given up, man, and just to be down and let life kick me in the ass. But I keep getting up. And because I have this plan, right? I've showed y'all this before, but if you're new to the channel, right? About 11 years ago, I got into a car accident. On 12/13/14. That's the date I got into it, okay? And on January 2015, I wrote out my first 5-year plan from 2015 to 2020. And then I had my second 5-year plan from 2020 to 2025, right? And now I'm on my third 5-year plan. There's not as much shit on here now because I've accomplished a number of things on the first plan. So this one takes me out to 2030. So when I tell you guys, I'm not telling you all this because I'm on the internet and I'm just, I got a podcast, I got a goddamn mic in front of me. I'm not telling y'all this shit. I'm for just because of views, I'm telling y'all exactly what I do. I'm telling y'all exactly what I've done. When I wrote my book, I put in the book exactly what I've been through. Man, how you get to be like that? I'm telling you what I did. Can't make it any more clear. It's what I've learned. Let somebody knock you off of your shit, man. That's on you. I'm going to let this last message play because it's simple, but it's very powerful. All right? I'm going to catch some comments, and then after that point, we can look at the three. We'll get to the dating profiles, and we'll get up out of here, right? And we're actually doing good on time. I didn't realize how good on time we're doing. So let me get this last clip out there, and we'll get up out of here.
If it's real, you won't have to chase it.
If it's real, you will not have to chase it.
Thank you.
Listen, there's a very simple yet powerful thing. When I heard that, I was like, she's right. She's absolutely right. See, showing interest doesn't mean you have to necessarily chase somebody. If a lot of us are a little bit older, right? A lot of us, we've lived a little life. If you're chasing at this age, if somebody's still making you play those games, not worth your time. Why would you be dealing with somebody that's gonna make you play games? Yo, games was supposed to be 20 years ago. When we were young men and young women, that shit was 20 years ago. Right? 20 years ago, man, I was in my heyday, okay? 20 years ago, right? It's funny, the songs that for 20 years ago, the shit I was doing in the clubs 20 years ago, that shit is done. Them times is gone. I appreciate those times, but that shit is done. So all this chasing and playing games, yeah, the game is rigged. The game is rigged, and that's why it's important not to compromise yourself by simping. Step away from it, man. You ain't got to keep playing on you can step away from the table. You ain't got to keep playing hands. You can back off like, hey, I'm good. I'm done. You can back away from that shit anytime. So I'm gonna catch some comments real quick, and then we'll let's see. We'll start from blah, blah, blah. Okay, you were talking into the deep. You were talking about the guy about the financial stuff. This guy is spitting facts. My trust manager said the same thing. That's pretty good. No man wants. Hey, shout out to Adam, man. He said no man wants to drown in a sea of trolls trying to find a good woman. Absolutely, man. Let me tell you something, man. How much money I save now from not going out every weekend and spending all money up in the clubs, man. Even that the fact that me and my woman might eat out a few times a week, it don't break the bank like going out to the club, dude. It don't. I ain't gonna lie, going out to go eat is a little expensive too, but I'm saying the club just break you differently, man, and have you feeling shitty, you know? Some men work on themselves and still chase the wrong women. Yeah, I know. And that's why I make these videos, to show like, if you chasing and it fits in this category, then avoid that shit, man. I don't think you need to deal with that. Men, focus on your goals and purpose. Don't let these women distract you. Absolutely. My blood clot disorder knocked on my ass so many times I lost count. I still get back up, fighting until my last breath. Adam, very inspirational, your story, man. And I'm glad that you're here with us. And I'm glad that you have someone in your life that's walking this journey with you, brother. I appreciate you. Laziness kills ambition. Anger kills wisdom. Fear kills dreams. Egos kill growth. Jealousy kills peace. Doubt kills confidence. Excuses kill results. Hesitation kills action. That's a good one. You don't have to chase it. You must add value. Yes, we all have to add value. And it was crazy because the one woman was like, I just want to be a housewife. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to be ambitious. Why would anybody take you? You don't add no value. And she was like a stick. She was just like a goddamn stick. Like, Ugh. Expect living to see. So sorry about that. You'll get better and come back again healthy. One day at a time. You got this, brother. You know. She came with a quote: "If the situation is real, you won't have to chase it. If the person is on BS, yeah." I'm telling you, TSG, a lot of these old bros thinking they still got it. Be playing games. I be seeing them on TikTok acting like they're still young. And that's the thing, right? Those type of people, like, I hear you. And I've showed y'all on the videos. Actually, I probably should update that and do a new video on that. But they do want to play these games. And they stand out. To me, they would stand out. Like, wait a minute. Soon as I'm like, you too old to play these games, that's a red flag. You should know better by now. I'm not saying you can't be fun, but if you're still playing games, come on, man. And here's the thing. If we was playing those games, they'd be like, ain't you too old to be being a player? What? Once a player, always a player, not a player. I'm sorry, that was an instant reaction. Oh my God. I stay on top of my health. I manage as best I can. That's right, man. Simpers exhaust me more than 304s, and that's saying something. Rangers, man, you ain't lying about that, bro. That's why I keep making videos like, yo, stop simping. 80s and 90s music was simping, pandering, and chasing. Man, you know what sucks? 80s and 90s music was so goddamn good. But then when you hear it back, man, it's just like, God dang, it was simping ass music. You know? Oh, y'all talking to each other. Yep, doing good in life. It's a good one. You never understand the true duplicitous nature of a woman until you become the other man. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, man. Look, you learn a lot. I've been there. I've been the other dude. And I'm going to tell you, it's crazy. I'm going to tell you, like, everything that I've done, especially, like, being the bad guy, made me want to be better. Made me, like, yo, no. Like, I didn't want to be that dude no more. I'm just telling you, it's just crazy. You must maintain what you both brought together. Yeah. What brought you both? You must maintain what both brought you together. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. No, thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. Ranger said the world is crazy topsy-turvy that women across the internet feel their survival is threatened by men refusing to pay, and men aren't discussing finances to survive. Send the asteroid. Right? Oh, right. All right, let's get to these dating profiles and we'll get up out of here because I got some chicken wings to make, okay? Your boy making some air-fried chicken wings, and they are amazing. I'm telling you. My air-fried chicken wings, pretty good, man. Where we at? All right, I don't have these in any particular order. I think they got music on these, so I'm going to just pause it. Hopefully you all can see this because I'll put myself in the bottom corner. Is music on it. God dang it. Let's do that. So this is a 22-year-old woman, single mom, hashtag spoiled brat, red flag right there. Some people like, single mom, not a red flag? Hard worker, not a fling or stunt gangsters. What? Keep it moving. I'm also pregnant. What? Yo. You know, this ain't shocking, man. She is South Carolina. Man, when you be down south, there be some crazy ass situations going on. Looking for a long-term relationship. So she on this, I've seen this before. And when I was younger, I seen this, where you be on the dating apps and pregnant women are on there looking for a man. Because they lonely. The dude that knocked them up then left. And then now they on Tinder looking for somebody to help with the baby and share their time. So you can come in and take over from the other dude. Listen, let me tell you something, man. If you ever put yourself in that situation, I will jump through this goddamn camera and slap the shit out of you. There you go. I hope that helps you. Okay? Let me tell you something, man. Like, do not This is the worst save game file to play. For a young woman who says she's a spoiled brat and pregnant on a dating app, I will slap the shit out of you through the goddamn screen, okay? Matter of fact, if you ever thinking about talking to somebody like that, just imagine me slapping the shit out of you and don't do it, okay? This is insane. This is absolutely insane. All right? But they will do this. They will look, and this is why I said women need to hold other women accountable. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Like, this makes zero sense. Let's go to the next one, because they got more. All right, let's read this one. Weird sense of humor. Okay, I like a weird sense of humor. Shy. Something, friends first always. Okay, not too bad. Book nerd. Mom of 3 boys. Uh-oh. Board games of love. Video game lover. Food junkie. Anti-heat. Anything with no AC. This fat girl dies. Anti-heat. Anything with no AC. Okay. Curse like a sailor. This is the red flags. Curse like a sailor. Fat AF. SSBBW. Oh my God. 380 pounds. Look it up. I have a ridiculous number of cats. Don't judge. I've been married 3 times to all the wrong people, clearly. So unless you're willing to take it slow AF, we probably won't get along. Oh my God. I don't even know where to unpack this. I'm not going to even knock her for being 380 pounds. I'm not going to even go there. I understand that somebody's like, well, how do you let yourself get there? We're not going to go there. I'm not going there tonight. But you've been married 3 times now, all to the wrong people. This goes to one of the main premises that I've talked about on this channel. And that is, a lot of women do not know how to choose men. And again, I want to put this out there. Women didn't used to choose their own men. The fathers, the brothers, the uncles, they vetted the dudes that came into women's lives. And they'd be like, nah, not that dude. Because women, and there's no knock on y'all, but y'all would get emotional over a dude. We see it now. Women are emotionally attached to dudes who don't mean shit, who have nothing going on for themselves. Pookie, Ray Ray, Junebug, Glocktavius, Felantonio, all them type of dudes. They want the bad boys, and they will emotionally lock in on those dudes and then wonder why, well, he didn't hurt me. He didn't want to get married. He wanted this. He wasn't emotionally mature enough. You're getting online complaining about the same dudes that you said that you wanted. So when I see that you've been married 3 times and you got 3 kids and you got all this shit, and now you don't take care of your own health, it shows me a pattern of a woman who literally doesn't care about herself, who really doesn't care about herself enough to make these right choices. Into the deep was like, who's marrying this woman? That's funny. All right, let's go to the next one. One last one. All right. This is a 24-year-old. Look, already a red flag with the red hair. Not trying to knock anybody for getting red hair. Just saying, this bio is messed up and the red hair is already a red flag. Just don't waste my time. All right, got it. It's my birthday month. Take me out. See, again, somebody owe you something before they even get to know you. Messages, matches on here get overwhelming. So if we match, add me on Snap and send me a picture of you. So again, 24, so getting on Snap. But anytime women are like, you got a Snapchat, I'm like, you know what? Have a good night. You know what I mean? Kind of looking for my future husband. Oh my God. Kind of looking for your future husband? What is kind of looking for your future husband? Are you a wife? Are you providing wife material? Also, kind of just trying to promote premium blah. Ask me about it. Oh, premium what? Fire? I don't know. Anyway, looking for chatting, friendship, some long-term relationship. Again, this is she a 5-foot ball of trouble. 5-foot ball of trouble. So anyway, those are the ones we got tonight. Sorry they're not as exciting as the last ones we had before, but when I come across them, I try to save them for you all for later. Anyway, gents, we are at the 2-hour mark, almost at the 2-hour mark. Again, thank you all for being here. It's just crazy to me. Let me catch a couple comments, and then I'll catch a few more comments, and then I'll get up out of here. Where we at? I'm trying to go up far enough. All right, I'm gonna start here. Rangers says, I'm hard pressed to find decent economics, finance, investing channels where men participate, give feedback, etc. People complain about inflation yet do nothing. That's a good point, man. And that's a damn good point. And to find a channel that you can trust too with the information they're giving you. But at least you're thinking about it. And all I would say to you is the first thing I did when I got out of the military, when I retired, was I got rid of my debt. So I started by eliminating the debt. And in the process, I worked on my credit. And then, from there, then you start making other moves. But getting rid of debt is where you want to go first. I couldn't have lived out of the country without getting rid of the debt first. So that was very important. No problem. Much respect. Let me just make sure. Respects, maximize the cash flow. Chanel says, I love your energy, TSG. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you. Much appreciated. I see that on Facebook dating. A lot of women then have a bunch of kids, want to date single guys looking for single women. Yeah, no. It's crazy that they can make these poor choices, but they want people to take care of them that they wouldn't have looked at before. That's why you never mess with them. What was that clip? The clip I had from the other night, from the other video. Where are we at? Let me show you something. Now, these women are just average at best, I'll say. If not below average. I won't even call them that. I'll just say they're average. Let's call them average. Because I really don't have a ranking system like that, right? They could be the sweetest people in the world. I'm going to think that they'll get an extra point or two from being the sweetest thing in the world. But I'm trying to make a point here. Listen to this, right? We're talking about
I ran into a guy that I rejected in the 7th grade, and now he's super hot and he makes ambient rap music and he's kind of blowing up, and he had a Polish model on his arm.
Wow.
Meanwhile, I was wearing bike shorts as an outfit.
This happened to me. This one guy that had a crush on me forever, like he has the hottest girlfriend now where I'm just like, I would be trash to him.
Yeah, that's the thing is I felt like in his presence, like seeing him again, I was looking at him and like the girls that were kind of like his entourage for the night, and I was like, damn, like I would literally be scraping the bottom of the barrel. He told me that like I was the first girl that he like ever talked to, ever flirted with or anything, and I'm like, damn, you've really come a long way. Meanwhile, I have not. I'm still dating guys that look just like you in the 7th grade.
So, damn, each one of those girls look like they just regular, just average girls that just roll out of their bed and shit and put on whatever they had on. I played that shit again for y'all for a reason, and it was to say that women nowadays are not thinking ahead. They're not thinking like, hey, this is a good guy that I can spend my time with, whatever, because they want to see what's out there. They want to go ahead and they want to do the things that they used to tell us that they didn't like us doing. For a man to go out and get some experience, that's what they want to do. The problem is when they get experience, they wind up getting ran through, and then they end up on these dating shows looking like this shit right here. Then they end up being like end up being just like this.
What the you pop me for?
I need another balloon so I can pop it again.
Why you pop me?
I'm sorry. I played that for my own amusement. Sorry about that. But again, you end up on a dating show with a baby in your arm because you didn't make the right choices, because you thought you can do better. You tried to play the game and the game played you. That's why a lot of men are getting up out the game right now. Okay. A lot of men are backing about the game because the game ain't moving right. It's different. Y'all changed the rules. So guys are like, okay, I don't have to participate in this game. Or, hey, I'm going to play by my own rules. Okay. Hey, I'm going to go play over here and play the game by myself. But I'm not about to play this game because I know it's rigged. It's not in my favor. The statistics bear it out. So a lot of men have pulled away from the dating scene because the game is rigged. That's it right there. That's the game. Rank says, TSG, yes, through the screen, we all need a daily reminder of anti-simping behavior. And that's why I'm going to continue to put out anti-simping videos. I find them amusing, but it's also needed to refresh the tree from now and then. You know what I'm saying? That's drinking poison, expecting the other person not to get sick and poison. That's right, Preston. Lord, most of these women are crazy. Yeah. Yeah. 3 marriages and 3 babies. Yikes, talking about that profile. Yep. Who is married this woman? Y'all might as well marry Aqua Tofana, ladies, hoping that she won't kill me. That's funny. I read that one again. Who she think she talking to? Man, profiles are crazy, ain't they? Time and health is most important. Yeah, exactly. If you don't have time, that's it. You don't have health, that's it. Time and health go hand in hand. Those are the 2 most important resources, because if you don't have one or the other, it's game over. So couldn't be me. Yeah, I don't blame you. I never used a dating app before. Thank God you never shall have to, okay? You should never get on that shit. See broken women. Yeah. 5-foot ball of trouble. Yeah, that last profile, yeah. Happily married. Yes, you are, Adam. Congratulations. Oh, that's okay, brother, homie. Still awesome live stream, though. I appreciate you. Congrats. Yep. Kind of looking for a husband. He's kind of premium, kind of 304. Sound like oil and water. Absolutely. Happy New Year, Shaun. Good show. Norman, thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate it. We're going to get up out of here in a second, but yeah, kind of premium. There are good women in America. The trolls keep blocking your way. Again, I feel like this, Adam. I feel like if you are a man on your purpose, you know what you're doing, and you're not willing to compromise your values just to have somebody in your life, then you're either going to continue to move along and do the things that you're working on, or in the process, somebody's going to see your value and they're going to provide value to you. They're going to want to be on your program because they see how you're moving. And when you have that, that's powerful. Okay. And if you don't have that dynamic working, don't stop moving. You know, keep on what the old folks say, keep on keeping on, right? These modern women can't even manage their weight. What makes you think they can manage a home? Ooh, bars. Bars, Ranger. Damn, that's a good one. I saw that video too, brother homie. Two's looking for men that don't want them. All right? Enjoy her while you can. May it be as good as longer than. Yeah. Donald, good to see you, man. Thank you so much. Again, I'm gonna work on a members only video for y'all tomorrow, so look out for that. All right. I went to my 30-year reunion and got to diss all the chicks that diss me. Oh man. Yo, I be seeing Facebook and you know, we get into that 30 year, it's rough. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. They are, and the most seem to just be talking to black men, talk to Jake sideways, and this is what happened. Yeah, they are, and most seem to just be just talking to black men. Talk to Jake sideways, and let's see what happened. Yeah, I've talked about that, Kelvin. I've talked about that, man. They talk to Jake the wrong way. They end up in the woods somewhere on them crime dramas. It's not like my 10-year reunion. My 10-year reunion was crazy too. My 10-year reunion had a couple like, ugh, y'all was fine as hell. What happened? Like, you know, in the 25 year, I didn't really We didn't have as many people go, but it was still a cool time. I was more happy that we just was alive to see each other. We missed the 20, so we decided to do a 25. I never went to a secondhand goods store looking for quality. The options are not like the 90s TV promise. No. I consider myself real pill. We all real pill here. We're not red pill, not blue. We're not none of these. We real pill here. It's real talk. The real pill channel. That's right, Preston. That dude in the video wanted to pop twice. Can we all get a balloon so we can pop as well together? I like that one. I like that one, man. Absolute best revenge is success and independence. Absolutely it is. All right. Thank you all for being here this evening. Again, I it's just crazy to me. I saw a vision for tonight's live stream, and I just said, man, you know, like everybody's asking these questions why men aren't dating, and it's clear as day. There's no incentive to do it for a woman who's not going to even try to meet that man halfway. You know, everything that we hear about dating nowadays is all about the woman. This is two people giving up their time. Something that was said in the comments just a little bit ago, time and health are the two most important things. And somehow we have a whole gender that believes their time is valuable, but not that man's time. See what I'm saying? That's backwards. We all, every second, every minute we lose, we all one less minute, less second here on this planet to do what we need to be doing, you know? In the process, we hope to find some level of happiness. Why is it only one person is entitled to that? That shit don't make sense to me, right? Again, man, there's some links in the description for some products. Again, stuff that I use, the ashwagandha, the nitrous oxide, man, you know, and my Stanley mug. Again, I don't have any sponsors, but what I put in the description and the links is everything I use because I believe in that shit, okay? So thank you for that. Thank you to my members. Members owe you a video. Thank you all for being here. We'll be back next week. Before y'all leave out, hold on. Let me see what the calendar looking like. Oh, yeah. Wait. What's the date? Why is God damn it. The calendar didn't pop up on my new computer. Let me just make sure. Let me see what the date look like. The 28th. I feel like something's going on next week. So stand by on the 28th. But if I don't do a live stream on the 28th, then the 30th, oh shit, I might go out of town that weekend too. I don't know yet. Okay, just stand by. I'll tell y'all, okay? Because I might leave to go see my mom somewhere next week, right? But if I don't, then let's do a Friday night jam session on the 30th. So if I'm still in town, we'll do a Friday night jam session on the 30th, right? All right, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. We'll be back again soon. Video on Friday, members only video tomorrow, all right? And y'all have a great night. And until next time, live your best life.